Okay, Major Gaurav continues to stay with us. Sushant Sareen is joining us. He's live from Delhi. He's a senior fellow at the ORF. Hamid Khan is in London. He's a Pakistani strategic affairs expert in London. And Faraz Saeed is a political analyst joining us live from Lahore. He will be joining us in a few minutes from now. I'd like to start with you, Sushant. Sushant, UK seems to be waking up. What do you make of this report, Sushant?
I think this report has been a little too late in coming. The telltale signs of what has been happening in the UK have been visible for many years now. And as the report very correctly says, there has been this kind of a timidity on part of the UK authorities to actually call out jihadism and Islamism for what it is and the radicalism which is taking place. And the fact that, there is this, many of these fellows who are radicals are very quick to label anybody who calls them out as Islamophobic. If Islamophobic is to oppose jihadism, then yes, I think I have no shame in then saying that I am Islamophobic. But the Brits apparently thought that they can appease their way out of trouble. But what has happened is that in Britain, we've only seen the spread of radicalism. And we've seen manifestations of that. So that is one part of it. The report calls out reality for what it is, which has been denied by authorities in Britain, by the press in Britain, because they are all erring on the side of political correctness. But the second part of it is when the report very clearly lays out how Pakistan's own toxic politics is playing out in the UK. Look, we know it for a fact, Niranjan, that the Pakistani government, its agencies, intelligence agencies, the ISI in particular, not only in Britain but also in the United States, intimidate people. They threaten them. They do all sorts of pulls and pressures to make them behave in a certain way, to get them to, for example, we've recently had this case of a British national, Pakistani origin, who went to Holland to kill a Pakistani dissident. So all of that has been happening, and the British government has very, conveniently, shut its eye to it. So this has been happening. The Pakistanis have been rousing up the Pakistani diaspora against the Hindus, against India, and that's rampant. And we saw one manifestation of that in Leicester. So this has been going on. So this report calls that out. It calls out how this whole blasphemy thing which the Pakistanis have started in Britain and in other parts of the world, wherever they are, and then they take, the killing of Ahmadis. Ahmadis, incidentally, are the new Jews in Pakistan. So whatever they do in Pakistan, they think they can do in other countries as well. So that they've called out, and finally they've called out, this denial which is there in India about the Khalistanis, that how the Khalistani toxic politics is now playing out in Britain, how it is going to affect communal relations. And I think it's all visible. It's all in front of our eyes. This is the first time somebody has put it in an official report. And I'm sure people are going to say that this guy is Islamophobic, he has an history. But like I said, anybody who calls out Islamism, anybody who calls out radicalism is very conveniently labeled, Islamophobic, because that is the cover under which most of these guys hide. So it's good that this report has come out. Unfortunately, I'm not convinced that the British are going to do anything about it. Yeah, I think it's to affect a nation. It's too weak a country. It's too broken a place. Its politics is broken. Its economy is broken. So I don't really think anything is going to come out. And of course, the Brits, they are the original shaitan of the world. So they'll continue to try and play their politics as they continue to do vis-a-vis India, try and inject fires, all kinds of other things. Yeah. So that they'll continue to do. And just one last point, Niranjan. Even the British official media, like the BBC, anybody who thinks BBC is independent needs to get his head examined. Just the recent documentary which they produced on this ISIS girl, Shamima Begum. It's scandalous that you call a terrorist a victim. And this is what happens. For example, all these terrorists, when they are caught, they pretend that they are victims. They were not the perpetrators of horrific and unspeakable crimes, but they were the victims of crimes. and the BBC and this white man guilt is playing out in the public domain, and so that is why personally I don't think I see much hope in Britain. I think it's a lost cause. A lot of other European countries are also, but that's where we are at.
Yeah, Hamid Khan, you're in London. I saw you raise your hand there, and once Hamid Khan responds, Major Arya, you can take it from there. Hamid Khan, did you tweet/support anybody from Pakistan after what happened in either Birmingham or Leicester? Or did you post about it? And if you did, what was your stand on it?
Thank you very much. First of all, you gave good 6-7 minutes to Mr. Sushant. Please allow me the same time.
My question was a yes or no question.
No, if I'm here for yes and no, then there is no point.
No, I have a follow-up. That's why I wanted to check whether you tweeted
when Mr. Sushant is saying you kept quiet, so I expect the same from you for my turn, please. Okay. Yes. You know about the Leicester incidents. If you go and try to read the reports of the police and intelligence agencies, they have clearly said that all these incidents happened because of the new upcoming students or immigrants from India who are the ideologically followers of RSS ideology, and they are destroying the harmony in Leicester between the Muslims and Hindus living in Leicester for about 50-60 years. There is never a problem between Hindus or Sikhs or Muslims living in Leicester or Birmingham. I have been living there as well. But since these new students and immigrants are coming from India, they are causing the trouble, and it's not myself is saying, it is the British police report, it is the Scotland Yard report. Second thing is, I am very much surprised when you own a UK so-called fabricated report and doing a
fabricated report. 1 second. Brother, 1 minute. Hamid, how can you call it a fabricated report? Because I want to quote from the report, I'll get your response. I'll quote from the report, okay? I'm quoting from a report.
If you listen to my reply and then you mention, I don't
Can I quote the report and then you can respond?
No, let me finish my argument. Let me build my argument.
No, but you built your argument by blaming students. How can you blame students for what happened?
No, it is the ideology which I am blaming.
No, but didn't you see mobs? Okay, fine, okay. Okay, your point is
the ideology.
1 minute. Okay.
That is the poison.
No, 1 minute. I saw. Okay, let me show you the visuals. Let me play out the visuals of what happened in Birmingham. Okay, for example. Wait.
I know what happened in Birmingham.
No. You don't know.
What happened in Leicester.
Visuals speak, no, Hamid. I don't want to speak over you. I don't want to speak over you.
Very well.
I don't want to speak over you, but 1 minute. See the video. Calmly see the video.
I have seen the video.
Can I?
You show me this video.
Why are you? Let me speak, Hamid. Okay, let me read out. Okay, calmly. Okay, I'm going to let you speak. I promise you, I'm going to let you speak.
I just want to make my point, and then
let me speak. I want to quote the report and hand it to you. 1 minute. So that's the video of a flag being removed from a temple in the UK.
Yes. So you're saying, after that?
Wait. That is a video that shows a flag being removed from a temple. Okay?
Yes.
Now I want to read out what the report says. The report says, it's common for narratives around blasphemy in the UK to have a connection back to hardline Pakistani clerics or the Khatme Nubuwat movement, which has a well-established presence in Pakistan. I have similar concerns over how rhetoric from Pakistan is impacting UK Muslim communities when it comes to inflaming anti-India sentiment, particularly around the subject of Kashmir. Point number 2. I have seen evidence of UK extremist groups as well as a Pakistani cleric with a UK following calling for the use of violence in Kashmir. I have also seen evidence demonstrating the flashpoints related to Kashmir leads to a significant surge in interest from UK Islamists. Okay. There is reason to believe. There is reason to believe this issue will disappear as a grievance that Islamists will seek to exploit in years to come. I'll give you 30 seconds and then Major Gaurav Arya will come in. 30 seconds you can respond. Major Gaurav Arya will come in.
No, not 20 seconds.
30.
I'm not in a race here.
Okay, 40 seconds.
Okay. The thing is, if you are admitting this report, then please admit the report from BBC, which has shown the real fascist face of Modi.
That is not the real face. Now, see, Hamid, this is where you cross a line. I'm asking you a question. I ask you about apples. Don't talk about watermelon. 1 minute. Hold on.
Okay. He's the responsible for Muslim massacre in Gujarat.
Stop it, Hamid.
That's why he
Hamid,
was
stop it.
banned
See, Hamid,
until
see, we're having a civil
massacre.
debate. We're having a civil debate, okay? We're having a civil debate. This is not a debate. This is not 1 minute. See, first of all, we know that BBC is taking Chinese money and playing, and playing your tune. So please, see.
So
you want to talk about this report? You want to talk about this report?
Then India's
You want to talk about this report? We've had enough BBC documentary debates. I'll call you on that debate. Talk about this report.
Has paid the money for
Talk
this
about
report.
talk about this report. Talk about this report.
Yes.
This report.
Yes.
Come back to this report.
It means that Raw has paid for this report. That is the simple thing. It is.
I'll let Major Gaurav Arya respond to you. I think only he can handle you. Major Gaurav Arya.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I think this particular Niranjan, I think this particular comment of Hamid Khan should be sent to the author of the report. He'll
Yes.
take this guy to the cleaners.
Yes.
And this guy will probably have to
because
go
you are
run
saying
back to
that,
Pakistan,
of course,
the shithole country.
You are saying that that report is done by the Chinese money.
No, but you're
You are-
sitting in
you
London.
are
1 minute.
accusing
You're sitting in London and this is a
of
UK
Chinese
government
money.
report. Sir, you're sitting in London and this is a UK government report. So be careful about what you say, okay?
Yes, I will talk
Gaurav
about
Arya,
it.
be
I am
careful.
just saying
Because I
Okay,
think UK is in the mood of sending
I
back a lot
the
of people
courage. If
who are
you
not
have the
welcome there.
courage.
Yeah,
He's
Major
going
Arya.
back to
I am
Rawalpindi.
just saying that is very clearly I am saying if
Yeah.
you are blaming
Okay.
that
So-
that BBC is paid by the Chinese money,
And suddenly
then I
the-
will say
suddenly
this
the
report
tone
might
changes.
have been paid by the raw money. I will say that. I will openly say
Suddenly the
that.
tone changes.
Okay. Now I just want to come in because Niranjan took my name. I don't know why Mr. Hamid Khan should feel so offended when the Chinese are mentioned. They never said the Pakistanis
No,
paid the
I'm
money.
not.
They just said the Chinese paid the money. So hear me out, sir. It's all right. But if we have something against the Chinese I'm sure can handle themselves, sir. The problem with like Sushant very rightly brought out, people from all over the world come. Most of them come to UK for economic reasons, whether Indians or Pakistanis or any other country. Most of them, not all, but most of them come for economic reasons. The problem is that when you try, like Ilhan Umar in the US, she's trying to make the US into a Somalia. That is the problem. Ilhan Umar ran away from Somalia. Why did she come to the US? To become an American citizen. And now she wants to become a radical Islamist. She's a radical Islamist. And she wants to make United States into a Somalia. That is the problem. Now with the Khalistanis, the problem is that the Khalistanis want to do a referendum. It is their wish. It is their right. Canada gives them that right. UK gives them that right. Australia gives them that right. But they don't have an iota of brain कि boss, आपको खालिस्तान पंजाब में बनाना है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में referendum करके क्या होगा? अब this is the small logic that the
This is
Khalistanis
the
will never
message.
understand.
Gaurav, this is the message.
Sir,
This is the
I'll
message
tell
they
you,
want
I'll-
to send to
I'll-
the
I'll-
world
I'll-
that the
Sir?
Khalistan is the existence reality.
Okay. So I will not get into a debate about Khalistan, right? They don't dare come into India. They don't dare. वो 7-11 में काम करके और सर इंग्लैंड में टैक्सी चला के जो खालिस्तान बनाना है बना लो उनकी जो औकात है वो करने दो that's it forget about it the last thing which I want to say is that I wrote an article in 2017 called the Caliph of London and you can Caliph of London you can see Major Gaurav Arya Caliph of London on Google you'll get my article and in 2017 I said UK is burning and these Islamists will burn UK and I think I should not say these harsh words but
It is
UK
burning.
had it
I
coming.
agree with you. I agree with you. Since
UK
I agree with you,
had it coming.
Gaurav Arya.
They brought it
Major Saab, I
upon
agree
themselves.
with you.
And the last thing, Niranjan, you know what? UK. They try to be so liberal. This white man's guilt that Sushant spoke about. I think this entire conversation is only about what Sushant said. It's about white guilt. हमने सबके साथ इतना बुरा करा है now let people do we'll just keep quiet because 200 years back we did something funny so now they're paying for it and they will continue to pay for it but India will not pay for it because India will never allow these clowns to come in here if they come in here then they'll be put 2 feet underground that's it India में कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता
Yeah, for us.
मैं ये कहता हूँ एक सेकंड नरेंद्र एक सेकंड
Okay, 30 seconds.
कह रहे हैं कि इंडिया इंग्लैंड के साथ जो हो रहा है और इंग्लैंड के साथ फ्यूचर में और गलत होगा उसकी वजह ये है कि सिंस दे हैव बीन वेरी मच डूइंग टू मच रिलैक्सेशन फॉर इंडियन इमिग्रेंट्स टू कम इन इंग्लैंड एंड दे आर कॉजिंग द ट्रबल एंड इंडियन गवर्नमेंट विल रियलाइज वेरी सून द वे दे आर अलाउइंग इंडियन इमिग्रेंट्स टू कम इन इट विल बी अ हेल्प फॉर द इंग्लैंड इटसेल्फ And we will
okay.
see
Hamid Khan,
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
Hamid Khan,
People
sir,
are
एक सवाल
watching
पूछूं
it.
आपसे?
He just made that
Can
up.
I ask
मैं
you
आपको
one question,
question
Hamid
कह
Khan? Can I ask you a question? Of course, आप
Yeah,
ठीक बोल रहे
yeah.
हैं. Question पूछो. Why is it that, and I don't want to make it a communal issue, but I want to ask, why is there a problem in Muslim countries only?
No, it's not a problem.
Why is
with
there
Muslim
always?
countries
See,
at
I'll tell
all.
you.
It is
I'll
a
tell you. For
problem.
example,
No.
sir. For example, was it an Indian who blew himself up inside the Peshawar mosque?
No.
It was a Pakistani. The reason, sir, listen to me.
I absolutely.
Sir, you made
condemn
Pakistan so that
anybody
Muslims could love it.
who's doing the
live in
terrorism
peace.
on the name of
Yeah,
Islam.
Faraz
I
hasn't spoken.
absolutely condemn.
Hamid. See,
I
Faraz
Sir,
hasn't
they
spoken.
say they are true
Anybody
Muslims.
doing the terrorism
No.
on the
Poor
name of
Faraz is
Islam.
just watching 1 minute.
वो सच्चे मुसलमान हैं.
I'm a Muslim.
No, Faraz,
I don't
see.
even consider them a
1 minute.
Muslim.
Hamid,
I'll tell
you
they
take
are
a,
brainwashed.
Hamid, you just pull back for 10 seconds and you think of what you're saying, because clearly you have to measure your words, Hamid.
What I'm saying.
Unlike Faraz, who's in Lahore, you're in London. Okay?
No. I am all the
You're in
way
London.
Pakistan.
No, 1 minute,
I
1
don't
minute.
think-
You be careful about what you
I
say,
am
okay?
everywhere. Don't worry.
You be
I don't
careful.
get back on
You be careful. Okay,
100 million
No.
pound
I am not worried about it.
1 minute. Yeah.
I am saying my point.
Are you sure? I'm
saying my
going
point,
to
Ranjan.
tweet that clip of
That
yours.
now, just
Like on
30
Sushant,
seconds.
on Sushant's recommendation, I'm going to tweet that clip of yours where you call the UK government report as raw funded, and let's see the reactions we get. Okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Fine. Okay.
I am ready to face the consequences. I
Fantastic.
will
Do tag
appreciate.
UK's home.
I will
Do tag
appreciate
UK's home
I
department.
would love it if he will do
Okay,
it.
Faraz,
I will
okay.
appreciate it. I would love to do it.
Okay, Major, you want to? Okay,
Tag UK's
Faraz.
home
I
department as
stand
well.
my word.
Yes, Faraz.
I know
Okay,
how-
Faraz, 30 seconds, and Sushant wants to come in. Yes, Faraz. Okay, Faraz, I'll give you 30. Faraz, come in, and then I'll let Sushant respond.
Okay, since you did mention how you're going to upload his clip, do tag UK's home minister as well. Let's see how the home department responds to him. Secondly,
Exactly.
first of all, Sushant has raised a very, very valid point. There have been several reports every year how India is at risk of, killings of minorities, how Pakistan
God.
and India is on the verge of
Yeah, which
war.
report is this?
No, I'm just saying there's several reports
Which
that come
report?
and
No.
go.
Cite a report. Report. No. Don't. Faraz, please. Faraz,
Faraz,
you're.
they want to pick it.
Please, let's be
However,
specific.
You want
This
to
report,
Specific,
this
specific.
report will fall on a deaf ear.
Specific.
This report will.
Specific. Be
Problem is
specific.
this report. Yes, this report also will fall on a deaf ear.
You mean
has
no? You mean
veracity.
minorities
I
in
will not-
Pakistan? You mean minorities in Pakistan? Because we had a video come in last
No,
week.
in
Oh no,
India.
this week of Ahmadiyya mosque being demolished.
Video. What
There are
about
Ahmadiyya
no-
mosque
there
being
are no
demolished.
minorities
Against
in
Modi.
Pakistan.
Are you talking about
when it
minorities in
comes to-
Pakistan?
There are no
You see, when
minorities
it
in
comes to
Pakistan.
Oh, sorry.
When it comes
Oh.
to it comes to extremism, be it white supremacism, be it
Extremism.
Hindutva majoritarianism, be it Islamist movements, all of these extremist movements are wrong, and none of us, I think none of the participant here would condone their actions which are violent to any extent. Whereas this report is concerned, this was again a white man's pen which wanted
White
some
man's
words
pen?
to be written. White man's pen, yes, that scribbled a lot.
Okay, I'll give Sushant the last word. Sushant.
Can I say something?
No, I just wanted to
Can I
say,
say something?
there's very
wait,
brave
Hamid.
words which Hamid Khan, he has to keep quiet. No? Very brave words that he's speaking. Niranjan, in recent days, there have been data which has been coming out of the UK of the prison population. The population, the Muslims, and most of them are Pakistanis, they make up 4% of UK's population. And I think their prison proportion is about 30%.
No. that's
Clearly, there's
wrong.
something wrong.
That's
Clearly,
wrong
there's something
figure.
wrong that if you have, what is your percentage in the prison population?
It is not 30%. It's about
What is it?
70%.
How much?
7 or 8%.
Liar. He's lying.
I'll give
He's
you the
lying.
evidence.
So the
have
exact
worked
figure is about
I have
18%.
worked
But I
in
knew that this
prison
guy will lie.
I
So that
have
is why I
worked
said
in
a
prison.
larger figure.
I have worked
And he's
in
got
prison.
caught. So it's about 18 or 19%. And there is a reason for
You
it. That
said
4% of the
30%, now you
population
come
make
to
18% of the prison
You said
population.
30%, now you
Because
come
of
to 18%.
criminalism, right? Because of criminality. And you see that criminality, for example, in the demonstrations. If the Indian community,
Okay.
and that includes Indian Muslims, when they demonstrate, you don't see violence on the streets.
Yeah.
When these guys demonstrate, you see violence.
So,
Who is involved in terrorism in the UK?
Yeah.
Which community? Is it the
Who's
Hindu
involved?
community? Is it
Sushant,
the
Sushant.
Indians? How many
Again,
Indian
have-
Muslims
have
got
to-
involved
have
here?
to have to leave
Why
it at
are
that,
only
Sushant.
Pakistani Muslims involved in?
Beautiful point. Beautiful point. You caught him there,
I
completely
will-
off guard.
I respond.
Hamid, we'll talk another time. We don't think
the report
we'll talk another time.
England.
Sushant, Major Gaurav Arya, Faraz, and Hamid. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on the debate. Taking a short break. Arnab is back on Monday. Stay tuned.
Amity University is establishing a most advanced supercomputing facility for research and innovation in the field of artificial intelligence. Scientists and researchers passionate to make a difference in the field of artificial intelligence are invited to contact at ai@amity.edu.